One. Okay, that sounds great. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Welcome to another episode of Duality Podcast. I be Mr. Business.
It's your boy, Mr. Social.
And first, sorry for a little delay, technical issues, but we are here, we are live, and let's get the show started. What's going on, bro?
How you, man?
Man, good, man. How about yourself?
Hey, we holding on, going in there, and really getting things together. Had a couple of things happen this weekend. My son had his senior day for football,
I seen that. Little Joan, making it happen.
Yeah. It was a nice thing for him, for our family,
Absolutely.
He completed his senior season under, extreme circumstances, dealing with COVID, home from school.
Right.
They had a lot of protocols that they had to do, but, actually none of the kids never tested positive for COVID, nothing like that. They had to cancel a game or two here. It had a shortened season. It was a lot of stuff. So I was proud of him that he endured, and then he had a pretty good season.
Oh, good.
So that's one of the things that went on. How about yourself? What you did? What happened this weekend with you this week?
Pretty much relax. Didn't do too much. Domestics. That's about it. I ain't do too much. Just looking forward to this show and this guy that's coming on today.
Wow.
It's been a minute. Long overdue for him. So
I think so.
Feel good about that. I would like to send a condolences to Kia Stewart.
Absolutely.
Lost her father. You know what I mean? And keep your head up there, rock star.
That's right.
As much as
Keep pressing forward.
For other people, such as I think Shonda Trent, Kisha Link, our boy Kasimbi, myself, Tony Bowens. We all lost significant people leading up to this holiday. I'm just encouraging y'all to keep your head up.
No doubt.
Trust the process and heal in your own time, man. Heal in your own time.
That's very true, man.
Yeah,
Some people tell you get over it. You can't tell a
right.
person when they,
You can't. And I'm a firm believer, man, fuck them people, for real.
Yeah.
Because, your grief is your grief. Your relationship with the person you lost. Don't let nobody try to gaslight you into rushing when you don't have to.
I agree.
Take your time.
Because it is a process and you need to get it out.
It really is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And people don't understand this, too. Everybody's relationship ain't the same with the person that they lost.
Right.
Some people, it's actually a stress relief for them.
Mm-hmm.
And for some people, it's hard. You know what I mean? And I don't like those people that say, well, I lost somebody too. Yeah, but don't do that.
Right.
Because, what you lost and what I lost ain't the same loss.
Don't compare, right?
It don't compare. You know what I mean? My 50 cent and your 50 cent, we buy different.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? So heal in your own time, peoples, and just stay encouraged that at some point it will get better for you. Trust the process.
I encourage everybody to do the same, man. That's pretty on point.
Yeah, I mean, so this holiday season, me and the family just trying to, keep it together as much as we can, and COVID don't make it even better because
right.
because everybody got a Thanksgiving different now. Type of stuff. Like, get a plate. It's almost like a buffet. You get a plate and walk through now. You know what I mean?
Drive through.
Yeah, for real. It's almost like ain't no sitting down. Like, this is like a weird Thanksgiving, man, on a lot of levels.
A lot of levels. I would say be creative with technology. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Have one of the newer generation in your family hook up a Zoom call. Or it's a couple of things you could do. It's definitely just not the same.
Right.
One of the things I think that people, I'm going to include myself, we tend to forget. Though we dealing with this COVID and doing a lot of things virtual and using technology, that's cool, being creative. We are beings that are made to have social interaction, like human contact.
Yeah.
Hugging and touching and feel like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, boy, you're getting strong, like we made that way. That is in our, DNA, like to have a social construct where You know, you hugging and they dancing, holding hands, and different things that people do at the holiday, and that could be difficult. That's missing out of your, you know, and with this going on, almost coming up on a year, where just haven't been our norm for the, you know, prior to the COVID coming up in our life. You know, a lot of people reacting differently and weird to the loss of that. You know
It's
what I'm
true
saying?
because you know, for a lot of families, the holiday is the only time they really get to connect.
That's true.
You know,
Mhm.
at least physically. You know what I mean? Like people talk on the phone, but the
Right.
holidays, like you say, that's when you actually social and y'all get to see each other, and you know, it's different.
Yeah, it is.
You know, but like you say, this year, man, it's you just got to be safe. You know what I mean?
Most of all.
Yeah, you got to be safe because the last 10 days, man, over 1 million new cases, which means in another next 2 weeks, it's going to be about almost 5,000 to 6,000 more deaths based
Wow.
on this thing. You know, we already over 250,000 people already.
Has died.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a number that you can just walk away from. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's a real number. 250,000 people have passed away from something that could have, according to the CDC and experts, this could have been preventable. As far as the spread,
Right.
could have been preventable. So there's a lot of people that have passed away
For no reason.
for no reason, you know.
They wonder why people say, you know, I ain't even gonna
Right,
talk about that
right.
guy
I
anymore right now.
understand.
He's irrelevant.
I understand God's plan, but you know the devil got plans too. And you know, when you got one with the horns that's controlling the world as we know it, this is what you get.
Y'all stay safe out there, man. Keep
Yeah.
practicing all that stuff, washing your hands, hand sanitizer, mask, social distance. This thing is real.
But
It's
you
real.
know, it's this thing they got. It's called COVID fatigue,
Mhm.
and what it is, people are tired of masks, gloves, sanitizer. People are tired.
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like some people are really so. When the summertime came, a lot of people got so relaxed and thought we was going back to normal.
True.
And
And it
this
spread a
is-
lot of things around. People were still traveling where they ain't supposed to.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got somebody spearheading this thing. Wear a mask if you want to. He ain't went to not one funeral yet.
Mm.
This is the key. Like he hasn't went to one funeral yet of over 250,000 people. He hasn't went to one. Now God has a way that now his son has it. Look at God.
Listen,
Don Jr. has it. I'm
I
like,
just
ain't that
can't wait
something?
to January, what, 20th, 12th?
20th.
20th? Please. Allow me to see it, Lord.
Yeah, like
I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see that change happen. A lot of other things, little changes happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's time. It's time to go, man.
yeah, it is, man. Because now New York, they done closed their schools back down, man. Like I think Newark, they
Have
about
like
to,
a curfew or something going on.
but I think they
Murphy
was,
gonna go give a statewide one here in New Jersey soon.
but I don't know if it's true. But I heard something like Newark is doing like almost like a complete shutdown, like for 10 days or something after Thanksgiving or something like that. Like, you know, Ross Rock, he's not playing games. Like, this is where we at right now. That, you know, people are just being defiant right now too.
Right.
And, you know, it's cool to be defiant with your family. Don't be defiant with somebody else's.
Right.
Because now you're just being selfish on a whole nother level. And, you know,
Got
we'll
a
see
few
what
people
happens.
checking in right quick. See you out there watching Big Dave Johnson, my boy Termite, Rick,
DJ,
Bonnie
Rick Smith,
Bright down in Texas.
Auntie, what's going on?
Yup, she said, "What up, fam?"
Yes.
Flora Cruz, what up, Cruz? Yay.
What I need now?
What's up, cuz? Kevin Cameron. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all chiming in. Share the video. You know, you could do that.
Share the video. Come on now. You know what I mean? We can get the more the merrier. But because we relaxed on, pressed for time, we're going to get into this man right here.
We about to get into it.
We're going to get into this guy right here. Okay. When we first got in the game, this is one of the guys that really, really showed us the most love, to be honest. Win, lose, or draw.
Absolutely.
He rolled with us. And is the key to the whole GV Entertainment.
Yo.
Let's be honest.
In the beginning, like he said, it was some instances that this man did such great business with us and, really helped us build our brand.
Absolutely.
Like that's what he did by the business arrangement we had. It was to help us build our brand. We always talk about it. We, may not have said it publicly enough or, because I know really it don't matter to him personally that way because of the type of person he is. But, yeah, you definitely saying that today. That was a cornerstone of GV Entertainment.
Absolutely.
Good vibes, event planners.
So without further ado, Jersey's own, Mixtape King, Djchillx. Yeah, what's good, brother?
What's good?
Hey, first of all, I'd like to thank y'all for having me on. Second of all, I'd like to salute y'all because I see what y'all do in the community. I see how hard y'all work, and I appreciate your hard work. I see what you do a lot of times. People doing stuff out in the community. People don't recognize it, but I see what you're doing, and I appreciate that. Salute y'all both on what y'all accomplish.
Nah, we appreciate you. Thank you, big brother. Thank you. And like you said, a lot of people might not know. And just to put it out there, the way that those events that we was putting on, we met him. I actually had one other interaction with him before that. There was a small gathering party in Roselle. It's like 12, 15 people there, and this guy was there DJing. I was like, the world famous Djchillx is here for this little backyard get together. Do you remember that?
I remember too many parties back there.
Yeah, man, and I thought that was real cool and humbling that he would even do that. Some
Absolutely.
guys that think they too big time
Absolutely.
to do a little small gathering like that. Again, that's one of the great qualities this man has.
I'm about my people. I'm about keeping, my people, especially my friends, everybody local. But, I'm going to support what you're doing. It ain't about, this, that. It's about, supporting each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, for the people that don't know you, and I'll be baffled for the people that don't know you, but for the people that don't, let them know your history. Let them know how long you've been in this game doing your thing.
I've been DJing actually since the 80s. I started off on radio on WNHC, and that was up in Connecticut. Came back to Jersey, after started, following there. I started doing tapes back in the 90s, clubs, hip-hop, everything. And from there, gradually going to CDs in the 2000s or whatever, and doing mixtape CDs. I've been DJing a long time.
Exactly how old were you?
When I started DJing?
Yeah.
My brother had a massive record collection or whatever. And he wasn't a main DJ. He used to do little things like at church and stuff here and there or whatever. But he had a massive record collection. From that, I used to go in there and he wasn't home. He ain't like stuff like that. Going in when he wasn't
So you almost was born in it, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm making tapes and stuff off of his stuff. When he come home, I take it out and run in the room. Like, what's doing? Yeah, I've been doing it a while.
Now, when did you get into the mixtape?
I was always doing tapes since the 80s, but I was just making tapes for myself to listen to. People would be, hey, I like that, could I get it or whatever. You know, I make a copy. You know, going into the 90s when I came back to Jersey or whatever, you know, I was making house music tapes, and a couple of kids in high school got them, and the next thing you know, they all throughout the school, all throughout the town, all over, people loving it. And then I had a store. A lot of people know I had a store in the hotel. I opened up the store. I was selling my tapes out of there. Okay. From there, you know, I was just selling tapes. From there, people, I go out, I see them at the gas place, I see them like Google Market, so people actually started bootlegging me. Yeah. But you know, I wasn't into it. I was just doing me. I was just making mixtapes for, you know, at the time, selling to, you know, for my clientele. I wasn't trying to do anything above and beyond or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Till like, you know, my store closed down. 99 or whatever. I said, okay, I need the next move. I like music. Let me send you a mixtape. You know, CDs by then I started popping. That's when I started the whole CD thing, and I said, okay, try to get this out there. So, and, you know, it was hard because I was thinking hip hop. You know, I'm dealing with the Bonji's, Blues, Space Slaves, and all that. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to, you know, I was doing a lot of hip hop mixtapes back then. But the club and then, you know, house was always a staple in Jersey. So I'm doing that. That was always, you know, building steam and stuff. I'm putting out, you know, hip hop mixtapes, but the club was always building steam. That kind of, you know, what people gravitated to, kind of the game.
Yo, I see it right now. So we breaking down on this show Djchillx business plans of building his empire. He just told us. When everybody out there was doing mixtapes, the Clues, everybody doing hip hop, he brought it back home to Jersey and started doing house CDs. Right. That's brilliant. Nobody else was doing that. You're absolutely right. There was a million DJs putting out all kind of blend tapes or hip hop, but they was not doing what we seen you do. Me and Mr. Business was talking about it earlier, how you curated all the different kind of playlists. Like you would have the disco classics or the club classics.
Right.
You had the all ladies house joint, the house. It got crazy, and that was brilliant.
Yeah. And you had a volume 1, volume 2. It's kind of like, it's almost like you had this whole concept of building the brand, you know. And the fact that you, since we've known you, you have always, I guess the way I see it, you've always found a way to reinvent yourself, man. And because of that, man, I commend you on that. Because a lot of DJs, they got stuck on this one thing. But I never seen you like boxed in. Like you always reinventing yourself to create a new lane. Like, is that difficult?
I mean, to me, you know, I've always been a business person first. You know, since I was little, I'm entrepreneur with my mindset. So the way I think about things is that entrepreneur mindset on what's next, trying to think of what's above and beyond what's going on right now, what's going to be going on years from now. How do I need to capture that?
Right.
So like now I'm thinking of next year, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to capture that, what's going on. So, you know, a lot of it is to see in the future what, you know, what that next move is.
Okay. Now I'm just curious. How far?
I'm talking, but the audio went out, I think.
How far is your mixtapes? Like, how far is your what's the reach on your mixtapes? Like, how far had your mixtapes gone so far?
I sold CDs all around the world. I get away with CDs.
Hold up, you said all around the world?
Yeah, I've gotten orders overseas, you know, all the time. You know, after the people hit me up from overseas. So I mean, it's hard to ship overseas because shipping is so high. So a lot of people, you know, I'm working on that and trying to reach them easier. But you know, yeah, I reach people all over.
Wow.
Come on, bro. I don't know if you know, what's the tax situation? I ain't trying to get you in trouble or nothing. Let's talk some numbers, man. you said you started in like 99, 2000, starting the CDs. That's 20 years. What do you think is a number that you could say your mixtape sales? We know the bootlegging was crazy because, like I said, they was the hottest one. They was everywhere. Everybody was bootlegging Djchillx CDs. You are right about that. But as far as you go, over the last 20 years or so, what do you think your number total?
Right. CD sales. You ain't got to put the dollar amount, just CD sales.
Right, right.
I got a couple of minutes to tell the whole story. So, okay, so like back in 2000 when I started doing CDs or whatever, I was working in the club in Irvington. I was working the hustle, man.
Right.
And, he would either give me merchandise for CDs or give me $2 for CDs or whatever. And at some point, every time I get the CD to come back, I need more. I'm like, yo, you want crack or something? You get all this CD? I'm like, you can't, But then eventually, I see these got boot market in New York. And I seen a bootleg in New York, you see people walking around, selling CDs. They got my CDs because they get them all from, House Street in New York, over there. Like Broadway in New York, they was, getting them. So when I seen that, I said, okay, people know the name or whatever. And I started reaching out. I said, okay, I got to find out who are the movers and shakers, who providing these people with CDs or whatever. And it's something I never told nobody.
Okay.
How these people on the streets get the CDs. So, they get it from the bootlegger. I didn't know who the bootlegger was, so I did my research. I went to my people on the streets and I found out who they was. And I walked into one of the biggest bootleggers in London at the time, down in 2002. And I walked in there, I'm like, hey, take my CD, bootlegger CD. He was like, now we got, I try to stick with the DJs I have or whatever. And, right now, I don't want to do DJ. They full respect and stuff, and I walked out. So, I'm thinking, let's plan. And a couple of weeks later, he called me back. He was like, DJs, a couple of DJs I have to say, bring me what I want or I need. So, bring me what you got. Okay, cool. So, and that was kind of like the start of the biggest thing, I started bringing CDs. Back then, jewel cases came in boxes of 200. So I was bringing boxes of 200. I had a little 2-burner CD, and I'm sitting there for hours burning 200 CDs and putting boxes in it or whatever. And, that's kind of how I got started. And then 2 months later, it's like, I guess he got comfortable with me. He's like, chill, come watch this or whatever. I got there at 8:30 in the morning because they opened at 9 to all the venues. So he's like, hey, watch me open the doors. He brought me, opened this big wall. It was like an oil shop. And you open this big wall and you go in there, it's like all these thousands of bootleg CDs. So he's like, watch, and I open the door. This is your 200 right here. This is about 5 times, another 4 boxes of what I did with CDs, whatever. He said, watch. Open the door at 9 o'clock, like 5 minutes, all them damn CDs was gone, like 1,000 CDs was gone. Like, shit. So after that, I seen a bigger picture. I bought me a bigger burner, like one of the big 7 burners, and really started putting out CDs because I was doing like 2,000 CDs every week. And I made sure to go down there every week and not slack up so I didn't lose this guy. This went on to, about 2008. So I'm saying what I was doing, he said he was doing about 4 or 5 times throughout the week. I only went to my Saturdays. So I know that I did well over 1 million CDs, throughout all my CDs.
Whoa. You got to stop right there, bro. We ain't going to just go.
Wait, hold on. So wait a minute. You don't win platinum?
Well, not on one CD.
No, your total combined sales.
Technically, yes. I mean, but a couple of CDs probably did.
Big Chill.
Yeah, but that still ain't nothing to sneeze at. Like
Djchillx.
Come on, like even if it's a various amount of CDs, 1 million CDs sold is 1 million.
No,
CDs
first of all,
sold.
he said well over 1 million CDs.
Right. Like
I heard that very clearly.
When I was working a corporate job. Every Monday I went into work I put on a spreadsheet how many CDs I did for that week. And I know the first year I did like 40,000. Next year I did like 90,000. I think maybe touching 100.
Damn.
Whatever. But whatever I was doing, I know he was doing twice, way more than what I was doing.
Right.
So it was well over a million. This went up to 2008 to 44, and he kind of changed the landscape a little.
Right. Wow.
Everywhere I went, like I know my favorite genre of Djchillx. Djchillx got genres of CDs.
Yeah. Let's be clear.
I remember he did us a custom CD that we did on a bus ride, so we could have music to do with the shout outs or whatever. But that was dope. But I love the club classics, the disco classics. You throw them joints in, you go start cleaning up your house, man. That's my favorite, and I don't know nobody who didn't have one of them. With Runaway Love and all these, like it's a certain one too. I can't remember the volume, bro. He put a playlist together of those classic songs, and you could play that CD over and over and over. At least I could.
At least, like you said, we can't say we had a GB Entertainment. What was it? Second year anniversary CD.
Yeah. You remember that, X?
Yeah.
Told you that's my guy. He come through.
For
I
real.
think we called him like 3 days or 4 days before too. Like, yo, you think you can make us a CD? He was like, all right. I see what's up. I send it to you. Boom, ready, packaged, everything by the time we was ready to go.
Now, as a DJ, and you see how there's always more DJs coming, what advice do you have for these DJs if they want longevity? Because, I think you're one of the guys who can speak on it. Like, what's the key?
I mean, like I tell everybody, if you want to get into music, you got to have a love for it first. And I've always had a love for music since I was little, and it never left me. So that's why I'm able to do what I'm doing. A lot of people come in, okay, let's put money on money. Those are the people that don't last. But if you got love for music, they're going to last and it's going to be long.
Okay.
I see we jumping around a little bit because what I wanted to ask is like he's speaking on the longevity, and you talking about how you constantly thinking ahead. I wanted we want to know what's that new thing, if you could let us in on it, that is coming up in the future that you gearing up for, as well as I see you always have great collaborations. I see you with everybody because you so easy to work with. I can understand that.
Right.
But you got the 3 Sag Entertainment. There's usually the time coming up, and I just saw them. Won't you talk about that first? The event, November 28th. That's the virtual 3 Sag. Is that you?
Actually, it's not a 3 Sag event. That's I don't know what that is. but we kind of go back on our party that we do every year because of COVID.
Right.
We just wasn't comfortable with it, but yeah, no.
So what about some new stuff? What you got your eye on? Like you said, you always forward thinking. Where you see it going? It shouldn't stay in these COVID restricted times forever. It looked like they got a vaccine gonna be rolling out. They said to the general public about the springtime, which should make a lot of people feel safe. What you think you got going on, or what you looking forward to in the future?
I'm just trying to, do a few outdoor events, get those going. And, things are always continuous. People will hit me up for events, but what I'm trying to do is go, start another big house music event out in Jersey. Keep things going. So,
No doubt.
do what I do.
Yeah, I see you was down in South Carolina last week?
Yeah, I went down to South Carolina last week.
They was feeling that house music down there?
Yeah, there's so many Jersey heads down there. So,
oh, really? So it was like a little homecoming for them, huh?
There's a lot of people, they starting to build that culture down there in the South, and hopefully these locals come out, plus some Jersey heads.
Okay. Yeah, I know you're breaking up just a little, like that. Yeah, but now what are you, outside of DJing? What else you got going on?
Right now with COVID, just trying to, run my business, keep it going, trying to find new products to give to the people or whatever. So, right now it's all about business. That's it. I'm not doing much, with COVID, I'm trying to find new products to get out, I'm trying to build a house music brand and put that out there. And, do whatever I can to stay relevant.
So what about far as do you have any other business interests or employment for any way that you do like a career outside of DJing?
I mean, I was always working, but as of this year, I'm no longer working in corporate America, so I'm 100% into my business now. My next business is so I'm working. I got a few things on, store that I'm working on. Work out, but DJing always keeps me going. It's always my backbone, so I always have this to go back. But I'm working with other business opportunities, store,
Okay. Now, I noticed now everybody's selling CDs a little different now. Like they got these like custom keys and all this kind of situation.
Flash drive.
Right. But they got them like designers now. You know what I mean? Like they ain't the typical going in Target or something type deal. Like, do you find selling CDs now are more expensive or inexpensive as compared to when you started selling CDs?
It's about the same. Selling CDs is about the same price. I'm not back when I first started. I was getting a lot more money per CD as I am now, but that's because of the oversaturation is. But basically CDs are now about the same. But I've been into selling USBs. Most cars, newer cars they've had CD players now, so USB. That's a big thing now, so I can sell a lot more. I'm looking for whatever, accommodate people's needs before I need it. I'm trying to be that in and trying to support them.
I like that though, that they're getting a little creative. You gotta package.
No,
absolutely,
absolutely. A lot of people branding now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like before, it was just, go get a 50 stack of blanks and just burn them. Now, it's different, and I think too, cars are different now. You can plug and play right now, like even in cars now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that changes a lot of stuff too.
And a lot of people didn't have. I had the custom USB, so I was one of the first that had the custom USB. I don't see anybody out there with it, but
it's another one. I remember that.
Right.
Started with custom USB. I did that 2 years ago. So
there's only one other person I know got the custom, and that's Djchillx in Chicago.
Okay.
Right. Hers is look just like a key.
Yeah, I didn't use a key. I kept it,
Yeah, like hers is just a key, and it got her initial, the A on it. Like, yeah. So for me, like she's kind of the way like Djchillx is to me in Chicago. Like I've seen her come from, a smaller level to now she's pretty much one of the top 2 as far as female DJs go over there. So, when I look at her, I always think of you because she kind of has the same format, how she built her brand. And it's a beautiful thing to see, you know what I mean? To see people like actually take stock into their craft in that way. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't all about just, okay, getting booked for a party. It's more to DJing than that. You know what I mean? And so, now, let me ask you a question. Production. Have you really been into production? Like, as far as, like, other artists?
One thing I want to add real quick, Djchillx, do you think you can adjust your volume a little bit? A couple people in the chat here saying they having a little difficulty hearing you.
Okay.
I think it's your mic volume. Maybe you could get up. Can you hear me? Say something.
Hello. Is that better?
That sounds better already. How about y'all out there? Chris Boyd, Sabrina White, Kevin, y'all hearing better?
That better? Hello.
Yeah, it sounds.
Yeah, it sounds better on our end already here.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I want to shout out Shonda Trent real quick. Kevin, Chris Boyd, Flora Cruz, Sabrina White, all of y'all for checking in. Fridge, Big Fridge, what's up? What's the question? What's the question? If you give it to him one more time, we can take it again.
I was asking production. Like, I never really hear you talking like as far as being a producer. That's something you thinking about, like producing artists, not just your own situation, but other artists.
I mean, honestly, I've been producing forever, but I've been doing a lot of hip-hop production. I haven't been doing house music as far as production. I'm actually, going into 2021, we'll see a lot of house music production out of me. That's something that I've been trying to get going for the last few years, but I'm finally reached that level where I'm going to be really putting it out.
Okay.
So you definitely getting in that production. I guess that's what you got your eye on for the future now.
Yeah, we'll definitely see some stuff next year from me.
That's what's up.
Well, listen, we need exclusive. We need exclusive. We coming in the studio, bro. We need an exclusive.
Yeah, bro. You know how we do. We need a theme song. Ooh. Ooh, we need a theme song.
Yeah, we about to come in there.
Yeah. I'll work on that.
That's what it is. I got 8 bars ready. I got 8.
We gonna put some bars on this too?
Yeah, we putting bars on it, cuz I got 8.
All right, what's up, Tina Jackson? Hey, Djchillx bringing them out today, man. We got this chat room live.
Hey, listen, man, Mixtape King.
The legend. Over 1 million sold.
Easy, too. He like easily over 1 million. Not just 1 million, easily.
One of the first to do mixed CDs with house music and club classics.
Absolutely.
One of the first to do the custom USB drives for music.
Yeah. Now, they're going to be some critics. They're going to be like, no, fuck all
and
that.
I don't know. I ain't the first because, they were five.
I said one of the first. That's why I made sure I did that.
Right. Because you already know. You got
really make an impact. When you go to stores, you see some Djchillx or whatever. A lot of people then deal with a lot of other people. But there was a lot of Fox was doing this stuff way before me and stuff, doing his numbers and whatever. But I came in wherever I came in, and did whatever I did. So
yeah, I get it, because you got some people that do the fact checks. Well, I did this when I was at Zanzibar.
Let them fact check.
No, but they corny around here sometimes. But I get it.
Shout out Troy Wilson, Ramapo in the building.
Yeah. Now, do you actually have any artists right now?
I mean, I always have artists for whatever reason.
Damn.
Well, hold on. Oh,
look how you threw that in. I've always got artists.
Like, I'm just like waiting to produce tracks so I can get these artists and do whatever. I'll do my next phase. I got it in my head. I just need to make it happen. Whatever. This artist is always reaching out to me. All the time. So, I want to make them relevant. I'm always trying to help other people out. So whatever artists come to me, I'm always trying to help them out. So when I say I have artists, people out there that there when I need.
Yeah. You ain't nothing but a little silent killer, huh?
Absolutely. The quiet assassin.
Yeah, quiet assassin, little ninja.
Around here, he impacted this industry and culture in a positive way, man. You innovated and brought stuff in. And I know we definitely, what they want to say, give you your flowers while you're here.
Absolutely.
You know, Djchillx, you the truth, man.
Absolutely.
You're a good person overall, good man. You know what I mean? Very creative, very business savvy, and it always been a pleasure doing business with you and just kicking it. Yo, he used to, you know, I remember them nights. It won't be nobody there but us three, basically.
It's not about this big, small picture. It's not the big picture, man.
No doubt. He used to encourage us all like,
Yeah.
nah. So I was saying a couple people would show up. He was like, see, it was better than that one. Remember I told you, just stick with it, yo. He was very encouraging even when it looked so bleak. We was like embarrassed. And he'd be like, man, nah, chill. Like, this happens. Y'all just building. Y'all got a good thing. Trust me.
It used to be like, he's almost like tap you on the shoulder like, it's okay, son. Like, you know what I mean? We sitting there and got our ass spanked for the night. He was like, it's okay, though. Hey, we always used to go home and be like, how the hell he so calm and shit? Like, you know what I mean?
Part of the game, man.
No doubt. And he an OG. He was an OG then, 7-8 years ago already.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we didn't know. We was coming in new, and he was just like, chill, like, y'all gonna be all right. He be laid back. And then, like, you know, we started getting better. And I remember it was one night we was both talking, like, we looking at it. X killing it. You killing it at Djchillx. We had Djchillx. You got the crowd rocking. And real talk, not all mushy and everything, but we was like, yo, I'm glad we could pack it out for him so he could really do it. Like, you had went in that night. You remember what we talking about?
Can we sit there talking about, oh, is that X?
Yeah.
Is that X?
He went crazy. All the mic work. He was doing a lot of talking. I loved it, bro. You just been a good guy with us, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all good people, man. I appreciate working with y'all. Always.
Yeah, man. You know, like I said, you know, we always said this, too, in the beginning, when we first even started the show. We got to have X. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got to. It's not even a question. It's just about the timing part of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because like you said, you got to pay it forward. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, like we said in the beginning of the show, you did for us what a lot of DJs wouldn't do, and that's work with us. Yep. And just watch us progress. And, you know, because, you know, when you came in, there was a couple of DJs before you, but when the money didn't add up, they disappeared. The funny part about that is they still disappeared. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see them now. You know what I mean? So there is something to be said for people. Everybody say I work with you, but you really prove that, you know what, I'm going to help y'all grow.
No
and
doubt.
For that, you know what I mean, I can honestly say very grateful, very humbled by it. And, you know, we still got work to do.
No doubt. So don't, you know, I know you be ready. You be on point. We going, you know, things open back up officially coming, you know, this spring and summer. I know you really busy. Like you said, you always willing to collaborate with everybody. But we got to get us some dates, bro, and get our theme song. I ain't playing.
Yeah. We need a theme song, brother. We need that. You know, I'm just waiting to hear some production work. You know what I mean? That's what I'm waiting to hear. You know what I mean?
Yo, you got that boom bap or you doing that trap? What you doing, X?
I'm doing straight house. I'm trying to do a straight house next year.
Straight house. Wow. Uh-oh.
See where that takes me.
Some of y'all might be in trouble out there. Y'all singers, get ready. You heard it. He got that work. He got that work coming. You see everything else he done did.
You know what's the thing that always amazed me? When I think of X, I'm always thinking hip-hop first.
True.
I'm always thinking hip-hop first.
No doubt.
But for you to transition, huh?
I said that's weird because most people see me as club and house first. But, you know, if you really know me, it should be hip-hop first. Because that's, you know, that's a mixtape I started doing.
And I guess, you know what, because working the clubs with you, it's like, to me, it's two different X. The house X, I'm like, that's the CD X. But I look at you, even DJing hip-hop, you look different. You know what I mean? Like, you
go in,
right. You where you want to be. That's why I'm like, X, he went house, but I'm like, it's like in his blood, hip hop and R&B. That's there.
And that's why I like working with, because y'all like hip hop too, and I'll be looking forward to doing it.
Yeah, see, no doubt.
Yeah, I be like, X be like, nah, I know House X, but this is the X right here. Like, his comfort level. He do mic work, you know, 'cause you don't do mic work in house. You know what I mean? Ain't no such thing. You know what I mean? That's taboo.
I think that's what was happening that night. It was like that feel, that 90s feel.
Right.
Hip-hop, R&B-ish, or party tracks, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was going crazy, bro. The whole floor was packed. The whole venue was packed. It was a beautiful night. And like I said, I ain't not to sound too cheesy. One of the things that we sat in that moment and was able to talk about was like, yo, I'm so happy we got to pull off like our progression. That was like towards the peak. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we was like, especially together. You know what I mean? And it was beautiful to watch. It was beautiful to watch.
I like when X used to every now and then.
Yes, Tina, absolutely.
Every now and then, I might go up to where X at, and he'd be like, yo, Kurt, trying to get the vibe, the temperature of the room. And, he'll play a song here, he'll play a song there, just trying to find out where everybody at. And then he'll look, I'm trying to get it. Then once he get it, I'll be like, all right, he gone now. All right, he gone. You know what I mean? But I like how he'll play this song, then there's no order, but he's just trying to figure who's who. And I'm like, damn, that's a real DJ. Play for the crowd.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the party. You got to fill the crowd out. You know, go ahead, whatever, and try to. And once you catch them, okay, know what they are. Let's go. That's how part of DJing. You got to fill that crowd.
Yeah, but like you said, some DJs, they got their playlist and that's all they gonna play. You know what I mean? I like the fact that you go in unscripted. You know what I mean? And you let the crowd dictate it.
Yeah, that's how you got it. You can't go in there with a playlist. You gotta kind of fill the crowd out and go with it. I mean, some nights it's easy. The crowd is filling it from the get-go. Go in, but some nights it's difficult. You gotta fill the crowd out and get them.
Right. And then I like the fact he had to play like Drunken Love just to get him off. You know what I mean? Like, some DJ they had to play Drunken Love or that Poison situation just to get the crowd running a little bit. I'm like, he had to do that. He just kept playing tracks. But it's like when he get into that 90s hip hop, I'm like, damn, look, I just be like, yo, Jill, look at X. Look at him. He ready now. Look at him. He's serious. He grabbed the mic. Where y'all at? Where did y'all like? Yeah, X, he's somewhere. He got a whole concert going on now.
Yeah, we rocking, bro.
Yeah, man. And that's when I'm like, okay, X happy. That's how I just look at it.
Let me say this too. And she on here. I seen her in the chat one time. I guess she's still on there. But big up to the homie Nikki J. Nick told me for so long.
Years.
You need to get Djchillx.
Right.
I was like, all right, we just started. Like, all right, give me a break. I'm like, nah, get Djchillx. Like, that's sis. Like, for real.
Yeah,
I know her since preschool. You know what I mean? And yo, she told me it took a couple of months, but I said, God damn it, I'm about to reach out to him. Give me his number. One day I got the number. Like, that's how it all started. So shout out to Nikki.
Yes, absolutely.
I know she watching. You're going to see this part. That was a big part of the hookup, to get with Djchillx. Because I knew him. I knew of the and you would think sometimes people he going to be good just for the CDs. I ain't going to lie. That's kind of why I didn't rush. You know what I mean? But nah, this guy phenomenal live as well.
Yeah. Can't front, man. Can't even front. So, let me see. What we got? 6-something?
Well, what I want to do is we could get to interact. Y'all, all of y'all that's in the chat, right? Y'all got a question for Djchillx while we on? We got a few more minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
First of all, y'all watching, put them ones up if you got your own Djchillx CD. I want to see it in the chat right now. Put them ones up. Put them ones.
Find out who's who.
Come on now, let's go.
Find out who really rock with X. Who really rocks with him?
We got Tina Jackson out there. Hey, Keisha, Sabrina, Bonnie, Matthew, Said Djchillx is the truth. Nikki J was on. What's up, Troy Wilson from up there? My boy I met at Ramapo College, straight out of Jersey City. Troy Wilson got about 1,000 ones up there. He got them. He got Djchillx CDs. You got them all, volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of every one. What's your favorite one you put together while they chiming in, X? What could be your favorite?
People ask me my favorite CD. I don't have a favorite CD. You know, I know what people, you know, purchase a lot. You know, volume 3 back in the day, Superman.
Superman go crazy.
Yeah.
A hot seller.
Yo, it's a lot of ones. Sabrina, what's good?
Yeah.
That's my cuz Kevin down in PA. He said, I have him in the flash drive. Tina put them ones up. They got that. I got Michelle 3. What's up? Top Seat Catering way down in Lake Wales, Florida.
Okay.
She checking in. Michelle, you still on there? Tell me, put some ones up if you got a Djchillx CD. I remember like in the early 2000s, you know, when everybody started doing the mixed CDs like that, and it was a nice small business thing was to have a CD shop.
Right.
Everybody had Djchillx CDs. Any shop you go into, anybody that sold CDs out of their trunk, they always had a Djchillx CD in there. Sometimes, like I'm just saying what that's good. Shailene, okay. I'm sorry.
You know what's funny? I walked into the shop back in the early 2000s, and they all was like, we're not going to partake the CD. Like, okay.
They said what now? Say that again?
I walked in the shop in the early 2000s, and all of them said, we ain't going to buy your CD from you.
Wow.
And, you know, that's when I had to find a new plan, a new approach, or whatever to get out there. So
but they would have made money. You was going to sell it to them, you know, wholesale basically, right?
Yeah. But
Well,
look, that was more money for you, big.
Absolutely, for real.
That was their loss.
Now I'm gonna ask you this question, and you know, we know you one of the most humble dudes we know. But I'm just curious. Do you think you underrated as far as certain people get a name, but you got a bigger history? Do you feel it? You know, I mean, hey, we all human. Do you ever get to a point you be like, they talking about this guy? Like, come on.
Yeah, they be sleeping on you.
Right. Like, oh, I'm the
feel
sleeper.
like they sleeping on you?
You still think, you know, that you part of that sleeper cell?
It's all part of the game. I mean, some people like you, some people don't. There's big promoters out there that would never hire me. Well, so, you know, it's part of the game. I can't even get into all that stuff. You know, you get in when you fit in.
Hey, you know what? I was trying to get you to get angry for a second. I can't. We've been trying this for about 10 years and shit. He still can't get X to be like, nah,
man,
we good.
That's part of the game. Nah, he's so.
Yeah.
You know what they say now? He's so
some people like you, some people don't. I mean, you can, you know.
Right.
You got love somewhere. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to X to be like, yo, my name X, check the resume. Sit. You know what I mean? Like,
drop Smite.
Yeah, drop Smite. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm waiting to see X like not be nice one time. I could be like, I waited all this time for this.
Well, let me help it out a little bit. You got an award this year, right? Let's talk about that award you got. We ain't letting you get by that. What award was that?
What I get this year?
Well, they had you at the house festival. Didn't you get honored somewhere?
I mean, I got this honorary a couple of years ago by the Union. Music is a Soul.
Was it this year or was it last year? When he got some award. It was at a park too. It's one of those parks.
Yeah, it was at a park. Was it last year then? 2019?
Yeah, I got awarded maybe a couple of years ago. I was like one of the early awards.
Wow, I don't know why that seems so
right.
current, like very more current. But what award was that?
That was just the House Music Hall of Fame and Union Band Branson.
Just the House Music Hall of Fame.
Right, it was just the House.
It was just the House Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it ain't nothing big, you know what I mean? It was just that.
This
You know what I
guy's
mean?
something else, man.
There's all, talking about, there's always that split in house music. These house music DJs and these house music DJs. So there's always that divide. I'm always on this side. I'm not recognized on the other side of the house music DJs. So but that's fine.
Now, let me ask you a question, right? And I know, musically, we done seen you do a lot of things. I think it was at the Dragonfly when I actually seen you knob a little. I was like, damn, that's X knobbing? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see you getting into it like that. Are you you a fan of it, or you just, all right, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't?
What's that?
Like, when DJs be knobbing.
Turning the knob.
Yeah.
With Dragonfly come a lot of optics because people got their phones and, I'm not comfortable in front of the camera and all. I'm not comfortable in front of the camera, but I'm like, okay, I got to do something.
Can't just be sitting here spinning records.
yeah. Like, how
you doing records?
That's what they do and stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know X to be hitting them knobs like that, but I'm like, okay, X knobbing. I'm like, okay, this different. You know what I mean?
People got their cameras. I'm like, oh shit, what do I do now? I gotta do something. This, so I'm like, okay.
So you had to show out just a little bit. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
X give the people what they want regardless. You know what I mean?
I'm not a knob person and fake turning knobs and all that stuff, but they got the camera, you gotta do something.
He said, yeah, I can't just be standing.
Yeah, I just can't be
and
standing.
Dragonfly,
right?
they be right there by the DJ booth, too, with the camera right in your face.
Yeah, straight surveillance. Now, while you was at the Dragonfly, right, was you loving the way y'all built it?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly built Dragonfly like a week and a half. I didn't even do it. And just something popped in my head all of a sudden saying, okay, let's do Dragonfly. I put it together in a week and a half, and the first night was like, damn, there was 400 people. I'm like, I didn't know, I could pack a place that fast. And the team I put together to put, everything worked out or whatever. So, yeah, I was happy. I didn't think it was built. Dragonfly was known as a hip-hop club.
Rivalry, till that real big fight came. Right.
Get people out there. I was like, I was blessed to do what I did.
And then what got me, right, you wasn't satisfied with Dragonfly. You decided to do Weed Lounge, too. Like, you got real cocky with it. And, like, you know what? I'm about to do it over here, too. Like, you was really making it happen.
No, we was doing Weeds before that. We started Weeds in August. We didn't start Dragonfly until January. So we was already doing.
Wait, Weed was first?
Yeah. I think I remember
all
that.
this time, I thought Dragonfly was like a couple of months before that. I thought Weed at one time was like a one-off.
Oh, I was doing Djchillx and, I said, okay, let me do a little promotion or whatever. I was doing Djchillx and you know how Djchillx, they taking all the money. I'm like, I don't like that stuff and I got to get off of the Weeds. And, I'm like, I tried out. I didn't think it would work or whatever. And it turned out to be a big hit or whatever. So we did Weeds constantly. And then Dragonfly, I was like, Dragonfly in January. And that worked out. And I'm doing so they had different vibes, but, it worked out.
Yeah, all the time. I don't know. I was like, okay, Dragonfly. Like, I didn't even know about the Weed Lounge until after the Dragonfly. And I was like, wait, damn, Djchillx got 2 different spots. I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, he really just, huh?
Yeah, Weed was first. August.
Well, one of the things I want to do, Djchillx, take this time. We got to look like we got to wrap it up here in a minute, but definitely you got so much merchandise and things going on, CDs, USBs, and all those types of things. Where could the people go to get everything Djchillx? Oh,
please go to Djchillx.com. I got T-shirts up there. I got USBs. I have CDs, whatever you need. And I'm expanding to more products. So I got the face mask also. Check it out.
Give it to him one more time, the address, one more time.
Djchillx.com.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Djchillx, man, like we said, man, big up, big bro. You know, you got a place with us as a group, but as men, you know what I mean, I respect everything you stand for. Appreciate you coming on the podcast, bro.
I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Everything y'all can keep doing what you do.
Appreciate it, brother. And you know, like Mr. Social said, bro, we still got work to do, man. We gonna be good.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna always continue to grow together. This is an unbreakable bond. Appreciate you for life, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, y'all better respect my brother Djchillx out in these streets, in these industry streets, man.
Yeah, because I'm saying he got GV with him. That's what we do.
You heard?
All right,
Peace. We check y'all out next week.
Absolutely. I'm Mr. Business.
This your boy, Mr. Social.
And we out.